Most people don't fail to save their first $10,000 because they don't earn enough. They fail because they never build a system. Every month starts with good intentions. You tell yourself you'll save whatever's left after paying the bills. Then life happens. The grocery bill is a little higher than expected. A friend invites you out. Your car needs repairs. A few online purchases don't seem like a big deal. Before you know it, the month is over and your savings haven't moved. Sound familiar? Here's the surprising part. Saving your first $10,000 isn't about making one huge financial decision. It's about making dozens of small decisions that point in the same direction. The goal isn't to become obsessed with saving every penny. The goal is to make saving automatic. Because when saving depends on motivation, you'll only save when you feel motivated. And nobody feels motivated every month. If you enjoy practical money strategies that you can actually apply, consider subscribing. Every week we break down timeless financial habits that help ordinary people build real wealth. By the end of this video, you'll have a simple 4-step system that can help you reach your first $10,000 faster than most people. Not through luck, not through a higher salary, but by taking control of the money you already earn. The first step has nothing to do with budgeting. Before you try to save more, you need to know exactly where your money's going. For the next 30 days, track every dollar you spend, every coffee, every subscription, every online order. Don't change your habits yet. Just collect the data, because you can't improve what you don't measure, and once you know where your money's going, you can finally tell it where to go. Now that you've tracked where your money goes, it's time to use that information. Most people think the answer is to cut everything they enjoy. It isn't. The goal isn't to spend less. The goal is to spend better. Start with one simple question. If I had to save an extra $300 this month, where would it come from? That question forces you to focus on the expenses that actually matter. Look at your last month's bank statement. Instead of looking for 20 small things to cut, look for 1 or 2 big wins. Maybe you're paying for 3 streaming services, but only watch 1. Maybe you're eating lunch out every workday instead of bringing food from home a few times a week. Maybe your phone plan includes features you never use. Small changes repeated every month are far more valuable than extreme changes that only last 2 weeks. Here's a useful rule. If cutting an expense makes your life miserable, don't cut it. If you barely notice it's gone, keep the savings. The best budget is one you can follow for years, not days. Once you've found those savings, don't leave the money sitting in your checking account. That's where most people make their biggest mistake. Money that's easy to access is easy to spend. Instead, open a separate high-yield savings account dedicated to your $10,000 goal. Then set up an automatic transfer every payday, even if it's only $100 or $200. Why? Because automation removes decision-making. You don't have to wake up each month and ask yourself whether you feel like saving. The money moves before you have a chance to spend it. This is called paying yourself first, and it's one of the simplest habits shared by consistent savers. Finally, RHL, give yourself a deadline. Don't just say, I want to save $10,000. Say, I want to save $10,000 in 24 months. Now do the math. $10,000 divided by 24 months is about $417 per month. That number becomes your target. If it's too high, extend the timeline. If you can save more, shorten it. A vague goal creates vague results. A specific number with a specific deadline creates a plan. And once you have a plan, saving stops feeling like wishful thinking. It becomes a measurable project that gets a little closer every single month. By this point, you've done something most people never do. You know where your money goes. You've cut the expenses that weren't adding much value. You've automated your savings, and you've given yourself a clear monthly target. Now comes the part that can dramatically speed up the journey. Instead of only trying to spend less, Find ways to earn a little more. Notice the word little. You don't need to double your salary. You just need to increase the gap between what you earn and what you spend. For example, if you're already saving $400 a month, finding an extra $200 each month means you'll reach your goal months earlier. That extra money could come from working a few overtime shifts, picking up freelance work, tutoring, pet sitting, selling skills online, or simply selling things you no longer use. Most people have hundreds, sometimes thousands, of dollars worth of unused items sitting in their homes. Old phones, gaming consoles, cameras, furniture, sports equipment. Clothes that haven't been worn in years. Selling those items won't make you wealthy, but it can give your savings goal a powerful head start. The important thing is what you do with that money. Don't treat it like extra spending money. Treat it as progress. Every bonus, tax refund, cash gift, side hustle payment, or unexpected income should have a job before it reaches your bank account. A simple rule that works well is the 50% rule. Whenever you receive unexpected money, save at least half of it. You still get to enjoy some of it, but your future benefits too. This prevents lifestyle inflation from quietly stealing every financial win. The final step is one that people often ignore. Expect setbacks, because they will happen. Your car might need repairs, a medical bill might appear, your washing machine might stop working. If every unexpected expense forces you to empty your savings, you're not failing. You're simply using your savings for the reason it exists. The mistake is giving up afterwards. Don't think, I have to start over. Think, I already know how to build it once. I'll build it again. Progress isn't a straight line. Some months you'll save more than planned. Some months you'll save nothing at all. What matters isn't having a perfect month. It's returning to the plan as quickly as possible. Because reaching your first $10,000 isn't about one great financial decision. It's about making hundreds of good decisions and refusing to quit when life interrupts them. Reaching your first $10,000 isn't important because of the number. It's important because of the person you become while saving it. Think about what you've had to learn. You've tracked your spending instead of guessing. You've built a habit of paying yourself first. You've learned to separate needs from wants. You've created a plan instead of hoping there would be money left at the end of the month. Those are skills that don't disappear once you hit $10,000. They become part of how you manage money for the rest of your life. And that's why the first $10,000 is usually the hardest. Not because it's impossible, but because you're building habits you've never had before. Once those habits are in place, the next financial goals often become much easier. Now here's the question many people ask. Should I keep saving after I reach $10,000? The answer depends on why you were saving in the first place. If that $10,000 is your emergency fund, and it comfortably covers several months of essential living expenses, you don't necessarily need to keep adding to it every month. Instead, that monthly savings can start working somewhere else. For many people, the next logical step is investing. Rather than letting every extra dollar sit in a savings account, you can begin putting money into a diversified, low-cost index fund and allow it the opportunity to grow over the long term. Your emergency fund protects you. Your investments build your future. They have different jobs, and both are important. But don't make the mistake of thinking that reaching $10,000 means you've finished. It's simply the end of phase one. The real advantage is what happens next. Imagine you've been saving $500 every month to reach this goal. The day you hit $10,000, that habit already exists. Instead of stopping, you redirect that same $500 toward investing. Nothing changes except the destination of the money. That's how wealth is built. Not by constantly finding more money, but by giving the money you already save a new purpose as your financial life evolves. If there's one idea to take away from this video, let it be this. Your first $10,000 isn't built in 1 month. It isn't built through one lucky break. It's built one payday at a time, one automatic transfer, One thoughtful spending decision, one choice to stay consistent even when progress feels slow. Most people never reach this milestone because they wait until saving feels easy. The truth is, it gets easier because you keep saving. Start with tracking your spending. Set a realistic monthly target, automate your savings, increase the gap between what you earn and what you spend, then repeat that process month after month. One day, you'll open your savings account, and the balance you've been working toward for months, or even years, will finally be there. Not because you found a secret, but because you built a system that worked. And that's something no market, no recession, and no unexpected setback can ever take away from you.